Hi, Jen.
Hi.
How are you today?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My name is Rochelle, and I just wanted to welcome you to Catholic Social Services. Did you find parking okay?
Yeah, for sure. Pretty limited here, but I did find some.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely understand. So, again, my name is Rochelle. I'm the program supervisor for the Parent Team Mediation Program.
Okay.
And I just wanted to let you know a little bit about our program and kind of what we're doing. So, we're in the assessment, we're going to meet together. So, you, your husband, and your daughter. So that I could tell you a little bit about our program first, and then
Okay.
I'll meet with each and every one of you so that we can get a picture and a really good sense of what's been going on for you in your current situation.
Okay.
These individual conversations are confidential. I don't share anything that you said with others, so I won't be telling your husband, I won't be telling your daughter,
Okay.
or I won't be saying their conversations to you. And afterwards, after we have the individual conversations, we'll all meet together again and decide if this is the best option and if everybody's willing to give it a try.
Okay.
Okay, so Catholic Social Services is a fairly large organization. It has 70 different programs alone in just this building. And so there are, if we're not able to help you, then there's definitely other interventions that we can definitely try. The Parent Team Mediation Program started in 1999, and we look at supporting families to have healthy conversation. And in having healthy conversation, we have three streams of intervention. We have our peacemaking circles, we have our interest-based mediation, and we also have our You Just Don't Get It workshop.
Okay.
And each one of these streams of services are designed to support your family in conflict resolution and conflict management. Mediation is completely voluntary. So, in order for mediation to be successful, everyone participating needs to want to work together towards the changes that you want to see. I always say I don't live at your home or with you, so I have no clue as to what's would improve for you, but I do believe that your family knows what's best, and we just help figure it out together. So it was you that had made the referral, and you had talked about just having some conflict in the home. And this is the assessment portion of what we're doing today. And then what we're going to hopefully get to in the future is our mediation sessions. So again, I'm the program supervisor, so I do the intakes and the assessments, and after the mediations are completed, I do the follow-up.
Okay.
All the mediations are done by our volunteer mediators, and we currently have 22 certified mediators on our roster who volunteer their time because they believe in the process and they've seen what mediation can do with families. Typical families meet about 1 to 3 times for our mediation program,
Okay.
and there is a fee for our service. The assessment that you're attending today is completely free, so if you choose to give us a try, we'll talk about the payment schedule and everything later.
Okay.
And we don't let cost be a barrier for you to receive services because we're pretty much flexible. So, after you participate in our program and have met with the mediators a couple of times, how are you going to know what's different, and how are you going to know that it's helping your family? And there's just certain questions that I'm going to ask in the assessment that's definitely going to lead you to that answer.
Okay.
Okay? So, what I'm actually going to do is just figure out from you and your family who wants to speak to me first.
Okay. I think I will probably go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So in our individual conversation, I will tell you a little bit about mediation. So in mediation, we'll have 2 adult mediators, or we'll have 1 adult mediator and 1 youth mediator.
Oh, okay.
Our youth mediators are trained in conflict resolution skills, and they never mediate alone. So they always mediate with a youth mediator. And the reason why we have this option is oftentimes parents feel like having a youth mediator involved in the process allows their teens to want to open up a little bit more. Sometimes teens have a hard time vocalizing their feelings or feeling like they might be ganged up on. So that's the reason why we do have the option of using a youth mediator.
Yeah, I think that's a really great idea.
It's totally up to you whether or not you want to use the youth mediator. We never want to force anybody in making them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's a nice added option that you can have. So confidentiality, I'll explain a little bit about confidentiality. The walls in here are pretty thin. So if there are things that you want to talk about with me that's a little bit more sensitive, I would just ask that you would lower your voice.
Okay.
And then also as well, if I'm sensing that there's a question that I need to ask you, I would just lower my voice so that, we don't have any kind of eavesdropping going on. And confidentiality is a little bit of a interesting topic because what you say to me, I will not repeat to any of your family members, and what your family members say to me, I won't repeat to them.
Okay.
But I do have to report if you are thinking about harming yourself,
Yeah.
or if you're thinking of harming any member of your family or anyone else.
Okay.
So is that clear?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. And again, our process, our program is completely voluntary. So if you say to me, this is absolutely not working for me, Rochelle, I don't feel comfortable with it, I don't want to go through with it, I definitely will put the brakes on it.
Okay.
And there's definitely other options that we can explore in regards to programming that can support your family.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know that the choice is yours to participate in this program.
Okay.
All right. We'll go through the client rights
Sure.
and responsibilities, and it's located here. So the policy is that the clients of the agency and their families or legal guardians are entitled to the following rights: to be treated with dignity and courtesy, free of abuse, mistreatment, or exploitation, to be assured of privacy wherever possible, to bring any comments, concerns, or suggestions about the quality of services to the attention of a staff person of the agency, and to be aware of the right of appeal process as outlined in the agency policy and procedure manual that I'll give you as soon as we're done.
Okay.
And then the client rights of appeal. It's also within your right to be free from exploitation in employment-related training or gainful employment, and also to be involved as full citizens in everyday life of the community. So, do you have any questions about that so far?
No, I don't think so.
Is it pretty clear?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
Awesome.
basic.
Also, there in all cases where your consent is required, you're going to be fully informed of the treatment service and or training that's offered, and that you have a right to withhold, give, or revoke consent. The consent sought will be given voluntarily without coercion or undue influence.
Okay.
So there's nothing that I should be doing in our conversation today
Yeah.
throughout the assessment to persuade you to want to sign the consent form.
Okay, perfect.
Okay? The client rights of appeal, this document talks about your right to complain and appeal, that it's available to you at any time, or your legal guardian where applicable. So that would more so apply to your daughter.
Yeah.
If you're dissatisfied with the services provided, appeals of decision or otherwise expresses a grievance. And at the time of application, upon the client's request or your request,
Yeah.
the initiation of a grievance that a complaint occurs, you will, or the legal guardian shall be provided with a copy of the agency's written client right of appeal policy and procedure. So
Okay.
you're actually going to go home with these documents
Okay,
today.
good. Yeah.
And I would definitely just hang on to it and put it in
Yeah.
a safe place. Because that also not only applies to just our program
Yeah.
and just to me, it also applies to the services that you're going to be receiving from the mediators as well.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I'll give those to you.
Thank you.
And then when we come back all together in the room, we are actually going to go through the service agreement all together.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of continue on with the information here.
Okay, perfect.
And the service agreement, we'll just go through it.
Sure.
So, agreeing to participate in the parent-teen mediation program.
Yep.
You've been informed of the program's no tolerance policy regarding the use of alcohol or other drugs during sessions. You've agreed and received a copy of the client rights and responsibilities, including the client rights of appeal.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's the ones that you have there.
Yeah.
And you've also noted that the consent of sharing of information between programs is effective for a period not to exceed 1 year. So
Okay.
that would be October 10th, 2014 to October 10th, 2015.
Okay, perfect.
You agree to all these
Yeah,
terms?
absolutely.
Okay, I'll just have you sign here and here.
And then, sorry, just right here.
Yep, just initial there. And I'm the witness, and I'll sign off here. All right.
Perfect.
Well, thanks so much, Jen. I really appreciate that.
For sure,
You
thank
feel
you.
like you understood everything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, please feel free to kind of come back to me again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you a call.
Thanks.
Thank you.